to all the cricket lovers who are joining us from across the country and the region, and for those who are joining us from around the globe, it's a warm welcome. Mercantile F Division T20 League well and truly underway. We had a game early in the day. It's a double header here at University Grounds, Colombo. Promises to be another very, very exciting game. Game earlier in the day was an exciting one. Gamma Pacercraft taking on Commercial Credit. Commercial Credit over the years has proven themselves and going into this game as the favorites. Meanwhile, Gamma Pacercraft is here to prove a point. T20 format, always exciting. Get their strategy forward is the first thing. We have the match referee and two captains down at the center. Let's go across and join Osho the Bandara.
Right, so it's all set for the second game right here at the Colombo University ground. So it's all set for the toss out here at the center. So I got here with me the two captains, the captain of Commercial Credit and the captain of Gamma Pacercraft, and of course our match referee for today's game, Mr. Sudat Munawira. So I believe the Commercial Credit captain has the coin and he will give it a toss. Tails is the call. So it is tails. Gamma Pacercraft captain, what's it going to be?
I would like to bat first, and the pitch seemed to be well in today, and the climate also better for batting. That's all I would like to bat.
And what would be a good score on this surface?
Our margin is 180. We'll do that definitely.
Thank you and good luck. Commercial Credit මුලින්ම පන්දු යවන්න තමයි තීරණය වෙන්නේ. ඉතින් මොකක්ද ඒ සම්බන්ධ කියන්නේ?
අපි කොහොමද ප්ලෑන් කරන් හිටියේ මුලින්ම බෝල් කරලා බැට් කරන්න. ඉතින් අපි හිතනවා හොඳ අඩු ස්කෝර් එකකට තියලා ඉවරලා ටීම් එක හොඳ රන්ස් චේස් කරන්න.
තරගාවලියේ පළවෙනි තරගයේ ඉතින් කොහොමද කණ්ඩායමේ මානසිකත්වය සහ ප්‍රෙපරේෂන්ස්?
අපේ අන්තිමට තිබිච්ච මැචස් දෙකම ප්‍රැක්ටිස් මැචස් එකේ හොඳට ප්ලේ කරා. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා මේ හොඳ මානසිකත්වයෙන් ඉන්නවා. මැච් එක හොඳට ප්ලේ කරන්න පුළුවන්.
Thank you and good luck. Right, so that's the news from the center. So Pizza Gamma Craft have won the toss and they've elected to bat first.
Well, based on the results so far during Mercantile tournaments, team winning the toss more often than not deciding to chase. Interestingly, Gamma Pacercraft deciding to bat first. They must be very, very confident about their approach into this game. Commercial Credit, strong side. Prabhat Chaturanga, Buddhika Tennakon, Vanika Sekara, Vanyarachi, Chatmuka, Kumara, Uttamadasa Pereira, Lanka de Silva, and Faumir for Pisa. Craft, Divanka Jayasurya, Fernando, Kumanayaka, Kumar. There are two Kumanayakas. I wonder if they are brothers. Disanayaka, Vijay Singha, Dabare, Lakshan, Chandeepa, and Manik Goda. Should be an exciting one. Both the teams largely unknown quantities. And during the early stages of the day, we found two very strong teams clashing against each other and provided plenty of entertainment. It was a close one. The winning margin was 14 runs. And we are expecting something similar from these two teams. It's about showcasing your best, bringing out your best. And we all know they've been training very, very hard for months, if not weeks. And respective mercantile establishments providing them the facilities to train and get a team together and to showcase their cricketing prowess in a very, very competitive tournament. One would argue going down the divisions, the level of competition, as well as the quality of cricket decreases, but we found otherwise in the early session. It's a double header here at Colombo University grounds, and we are coming to you live from Colombo University grounds. These live pictures available to you on Sporty.lk right throughout the day and right throughout the tournament. As we speak, two more matches taking place at MCA grounds, Colombo 7 as well as Thurston ground. So plenty of high quality cricket happening around Colombo 7. It's been the focal point of mercantile cricket. 24 teams divided into 4 groups. And we went through the team list earlier in the morning, and I can tell you plenty of high quality cricketing teams will be in action. They know for a fact they are pride at stake. This mercantile establishment take great pride in participating with very strong outfits, well balanced, good bowlers, and plenty of all rounders, of course, ideally suited in this format. We saw early in the day all rounders done the trick for Ansel Lanka, winning their game fairly comfortably, I should say. Towards the latter part, there was an insurgence by Commercial Bank, but they left to catch too much too late. And interestingly, Gamma Pacercraft winning the toss, captain had absolutely no hesitation in deciding to bat first, and they'll be hoping to put something around 160, 170. Proven competitive early in the day. Team batting first, score 169 and won the game by 14 runs. And Gamma Pacercraft relatively new when it comes to mercantile cricket. Commercial Credit, on the other hand, if I'm not mistaken, a few years back, been in the top division. So they are more experienced, lot of players, and going into this game as the favorites. Whether you are favorites or not, it's a different question altogether. What matters is getting your act together. Jakob Formir starting off for Commercial Credit. Two batters out there in the middle, Gayan and Shahan. Gayan Kumaranayaka, 39 matches. So they've been in action for a while. Excellent strike rate, 127, 650s. And he'll be eyeing something better. And his partner, Sahan. Sahan Dabare, 47 matches, 51 innings in fact, and best of 102. So he is a capable batter and who's capable of staying out there in the middle for a long period and build up an innings. We saw the importance of having enough wickets towards the latter part. That's where you're really cashing in. Jakob Formir, 10 matches, still early days, best of 5 for 32, decent figures, and faster bowlers done a fairly decent job in the first game, and this is to get things underway for Commercial Credit. Immediately overstepping, cardinal sin. You cannot allow to do that in this format. Not only you're providing an extra run, and the previous next delivery will be a free hit. Just the kind of start Gamma Pisa was hoping for, Pizza Hut in fact. And the batter in the middle, Sahan Dabare, couldn't have asked for a better start. He'll be getting an opportunity to free his arms right from the word go. Here's the free hit. Two batters have exchanged ends. So the skipper have the liberty of changing the field accordingly. Now you can see they've been deploying two fielders on the onside. Deep backward square leg and wide long on. Almost dismissed of a free hit. So no additional run wouldn't have mattered anyway, whether they've taken the catch or not. Ideal opportunity provided. Sahan Dabare not taking it. It's a free hit. I thought he should have tried something innovative. Tried to slam that one down the ground and losing the shape of his shot. Got the upper part of the bat straight to the fielder. That's good cricket on his pads. Worked away and gets a single. About the batters off the mark. Dabare looks like a player with compact techniques. Looks like a player who loves to play closer to his body. Left-right combination. We see this quite often in modern day cricket, in contemporary cricket. This is to unsettle the bowlers. It's a tactic. Teams doing it internationally in franchise cricket. Left-right combination, up at the top, never easy. Good bowling. Cramping the batsman up straight in towards the batter. Gayan Kumara dubbing it down and picking up a single. So it's been a decent start for Yaqub Faumir. Started up with a no ball. Following delivery was a free hit. And slowly but steadily getting into his groove, which is always important. The shortest format. Bit of a slinger. Interesting looking action and quite sharp, I can tell you. Hurrying the batsman up on that occasion. On the back foot, gentle dab, Sahan Dabare. A slip, backward point, cover, extra cover, mid off. Pretty standard field set. Mid on, short mid, and in the deep. A fine leg fielder. Inner part of the bat straight to the fielder. They've decided not to go for a single. We've seen a nature by the fielders hanging out at the edge of the circle. So providing ample opportunities if you are taking the initiative. We've seen Ansel Lanka benefiting, getting quite a few sharp singles. And wouldn't be a bad idea for Pizza Hut to picking up sharp singles. As you can see, just about every fielder apart from the slip fielder edging at the edge, staying at the edge of the circle. Squaring the batsman up, a good delivery to complete the first over. Fairly decent one, just 4 runs off for Fanolos after first. I thought Yaqub Faumir, apart from conceding a no ball during his first ball, got back into his group fairly well. The second over will be bowled by Buddhika Tennakon. We saw spin being brought into the attack straight away by both the teams during the first game. Contrastingly, Buddhika Tennakon, yet another right arm seamer. Early days, 3 matches, yet to pick up a wicket. So if we pick up a wicket, it will be the first. They've deployed the same field. Fielder in deep, third, a slip, backward point, cover, extra cover, mid off, mid on. Oh, that's a good hit. Short enough room to free his arms. And Gayan immediately dispatching that away for a boundary. The score moves up to 8. Wasn't the ideal start Tennakon was hoping for. It was a half cracker, no real pace. In T20 cricket, you absolutely have no time to settle in, take time to settle in. It's about getting in the groove from the first delivery itself. Tennakon, bit of a loosener. There are no talks about looseners in T20 cricket. You got to switch in right from the word go. Now after conceding a boundary, Tennakon will be under a little bit of pressure. Just about the same delivery. He went for the same shot, came off the headgear. Is unruffled. Good to see that. Just maybe slower than the previous delivery. Gayan through with a shot slightly early. There you go. He already gone through with a shot and came off his backhand. Run being added to the total 9 for no loss. Sahan Dabare and Gayan. During the first game, ideally suited approach would be to have enough wickets in hand and cashing in towards the last 10 overs, if I'm not mistaken. That's a good delivery straight into the hands and no mistakes. Pizza Hut losing their first wicket. Sahan Dabare played up Pishley straight to the hands of the fielder, makes no mistake, takes the first wicket. One down, and they've scored 9 runs. Short of a length off the back foot. I thought he played really neatly, but the ball really didn't come on to him. So he has to go aerial, and that was the mistake. He perishes. Bright start, but only 7 runs. During the toss, both the captains were happy. Commercial credit, not too rattled about the fact they are bowling first. That has been the preferred option by most captains during these tournaments. Chasing, much more profitable. You know exactly what you are chasing. Shalaka, the Wanka, is the new batsman. 28 matches, best of 104. Excellent average, I can tell you. Averaging close to 38 in this format, in this division. Exceptional. Looks like a player who got all the right ingredients to be a good batsman. Most of the teams trying to get hard, trying to go after the bowling right from the word go, made the mistake of losing few wickets earlier on. Immediately puts them on the back foot, and the recovery needing immediate attention and extensive work. Lovely. Just about 6 inches outside the off stump, coming in towards the batsman. Here's the previous dismissal. So I thought he struck really well, but unfortunately straight at the fielder. Wasn't the easiest of shots on your back foot, trying to keep it down. And the ball is surprising in towards you. No real room to free your arms. And that was the mistake. That's more like it. Outside the off stump, excellent over. Conceding 5 runs on and picked up a wicket. 2 done, 9 for 1. Now Sharlak and Gayan eyeing a partnership. We saw and Sri Lanka too have lost a wicket earlier on with not too many runs on board. And for the second wicket, they put up a partnership close to 70 runs at a good rate. And that was the saving grace for them, managing to score 169 towards the latter part. The middle order batters cashing in, building up on that solid foundation laid. Slinger gets it in. Perfect piece of timing. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Let the ball come on to you. Worked away really nicely on the leg side. There are no fielders in the deep. 4 to be taken. Excellent piece of batting. There you go. Let the ball come on to you. Trusting your techniques and timing. 13 runs. There's absolutely no doubts. Gayan and Sportylk. Both are capable. Previous shot was a classic example. There you go. That's more like it. Good cricket all round. Bowler adjusting his line, and the batter getting behind the line of the delivery really nicely. That lovely flow of the bat. Strong forward defense, base for any batsman. If your defense is solid, you can build upon it. That one. Oh, yet another no ball. They are going for a single. In fact, they have decided against it. I can tell you the reason. The batter on strike, Gayan. He's looking to take the opportunity. And if I'm not mistaken, Dabare missing out on the opportunity of scoring a boundary of a free hit. Very close. Can't see anything behind the crease. Perfect on-field call, free hit. That'll do it. Into the deep, but he just maybe try to hit it too hard. Would have ideally played in front of the square and gets it into the gap. 6 runs already. It's a decent over. Jakob conceding the second no ball. He will have to resurrect that pretty soon. Right now, this is not the sort of a format you give the momentum to your opposition. Well bowled. Slanting in. Neat techniques. Interestingly, Sportylk are yet to get off the mark. Gayan Kumar does all the scoring. 12 runs off 8 deliveries. 75% of all runs scored came out of Gayan's bat. That's a nice shot, well timed. Sounded nice off the bat, but straight to the fielder. Yaqub Farmer can be very, very useful customer when it comes to bowling for commercial bank, commercial credit in fact. And with the field being deployed, he'll be eyeing to bowl fuller and outside the off stump. That's neatly tucked away and gets a single. If you can't pick up the boundary, gets a single and rotate strike. 3 overs done, 16 for the loss of 1 wicket. It's been a wonderful initiative by Sporty.lk providing live coverage for mercantile F Division cricket. These players who are representing their mercantile establishment over the years didn't have this opportunity of showcasing your talent to the broader audience. Sportylk, who's on 1, he looks little circumspect. Tenakon, excellent first over, picked up a wicket. Fairly long run up, nice rhythmic approach, and I can tell you he's a strong man. Sounded nice off the bat, and no need to run. I can tell you that was struck beautifully. In the slot, opportunity taken really neatly. He looks like a very good player to me. There you go, fast hands, gets it through the line. Must be feeling good about scoring that boundary. Sportylk now steadily getting into his groove. Good comeback. Previous delivery was a full one. Adjusting his length accordingly and slightly adjusting the line as well. And Sportylk gotten adjusted himself accordingly. Just a little gentle dab and gets a single. Keep the scoreboard ticking, which is very, very important. We saw during the morning, it's about blocking and going after the bowling with big hits. Wild swings, missing so many opportunities. If you can't, go for a boundary, pick a single and move to the other end, take the scoreboard, and you'll feel good about yourself and you're not eating up deliveries. Good cricket. Gentle hands, gets another single, trying to explore the opportunities of coming back for the second. Run rate, despite losing a wicket, pretty decent, above 6. I think during the first game, Sri Lanka scored something close to 110 runs during the last 10 overs. If I'm not mistaken, they've scored something close to 60 to 65 during the last 5 overs. It goes to tell you if you can keep wickets enough wickets in the hands. Good running. Both the batters being vigilant. Fielders inside the circle, right at the edge. Has to come up a long way. So played with soft hands, get a single. After losing the first wicket, now they've been playing very good cricket. Both left-handers looks very talented. Struck well, but straight to the hands of the fielder. They are starting to notice the standard of fielding by Commercial Credit so far been very good. There are no fumbles. There are no drop chances. It's just that 2 no balls. Apart from that, there are no mistakes. Very well bowled. Angled into the right-hander, left-hander in fact, and providing absolutely no rooms. Excellent over. 4 done, 23 for 1. Skipper just about to bring in the first bowling change. For the first time, spin been introduced. Looks like a right arm orthodox, right arm or spinner. Slip fielder. Backward point, cover, extra cover, pretty customary field set. Dulanga. Early days, just 4 matches. This has been the pattern. All spinners coming around those sticks and angling just about all the deliveries in towards the left-hander, cramping them for room. And this time, Sportylk trying to make enough room outside the off stump, but played straight into the hands of the feed at backward point region. Well bowled. Slower through the air. Tossing it up. Nice loop. On the front foot, Sportylk negotiating that one safely. Interestingly, there are no fielders down in the deep on the leg side. So he just cannot afford to bowl anywhere close to leg stump. Good bowling. Short of a length. enticing the batter to play on the offside. Sweeper cover. And long off. Right through the legs. Oh, that's poor. Yes, it was struck powerfully, but straight at you. You should get your body behind, but instead conceding a boundary. What would have been a very good over, spoiled just like that. Not the best piece of fielding. We've been praising Commercial Credit for being safe so far, but that wasn't the best piece of fielding on display so far for Commercial Credit. Sportylk ably benefiting 11 runs of 13 deliveries, now gathering momentum. Just like that, the wrist protection is being efficient. Was in the deep, right at the edge of the boundary line, charging in towards the ball, keeping it down for a single. Apart from conceding that boundary, very good first over for Dulanga. He's just about to complete his first over. It's a challenge bowling inside the first power play, if you are a spinner in particular. Tossing it up towards the same direction, this time diving effort. But the fielder at long off region comes around and sends in a good return, just a couple. Fairly decent over, 7 runs off after 5. Pizza Hut, they've lost a wicket, 30 runs on the board.
Gan Kumar Naik and Sportylk Tiwanka, the captain, 15 and 12 runs respectively for the two players. 30 for the loss of 1 wicket. It is a steady start for Kama Pizza Craft after winning the toss and electing to bat first. The captain did mention that they were planning to get around 180 in their 20 overs. It's a long way to go. This is Pasindu Pereira, 6 matches, 9 wickets for him. And opting to go with some spin. We got 1 more over in the power play. It's only 2 fielders permitted to be outside the 30-yard circle. So Pasindu Pereira will have to bowl with much control. Oh, is that a chance? It's driven down the ground and might go all the way for a boundary. As it does, in fact, it's been stopped. That's a good effort from the fielder down in the deep. But my question is whether it was a genuine chance. Pasindu, a nicely tossed up delivery, very wide outside the off stump. A cross-batted slap down the ground. Not afraid to give any air at the moment. Pasindu Pereira nicely tossing it up. Has a nice loop. Very wide outside the off stump. A slip in position as well. Asking the question, and the finger goes up. That's the second wicket. And Pasindu Pereira, he was consistently bowling wide outside the off stump. And in that particular delivery, the batter lost his balance, and at the slightest of the edges, the outside edge, and the wicketkeeper does the rest. So the second wicket goes down for 33. Let's have a look at the... It's not the replay we were looking for, but the second wicket goes down, and Gayan Kumar Naik is gone for 15. Couple of boundaries for him, and Chanaka Vanigasekara behind the stumps does the job. 2 down for 33. It's a crucial breakthrough for Commercial Credit. Pasindu Pereira, the idea of bringing in Pasindu Pereira to bowl this last over of the power play has worked dramatically well for Commercial Credit. Bowling it wide outside the off stump, enticing the batter to come to his front foot and at the same time to play at that delivery wide outside the off stump. See, that's what happens when you bowl giving bit more air, and at the same time when you toss it up, you entice the batter to play at the delivery. You play a stroke. You are enticing the batter to play a stroke. And that's how you create or lure in the batter to get that outside edge. And a good sharp work from the wicketkeeper behind the stumps. Yasas Manigoda is a new batter in 39 matches. 480 runs across 39 matches. Oh, this time, nothing there from the umpire. That looked straight, but the height might be the issue that time. Yeah, there we go. The umpire saying that it was just going right over the stumps. Let's have a look at that again. This was the last wicket. There we go. Once again, bowling it wide outside the off stump, dragging the batter towards that wide line. Now playing it very late. It's good work from Commercial Credit so far. Putting the pressure right on the Gamma Pizzacraft team. Oh, once again, Yasas. Confusion. Not the best of the throws from the fielder. Had that throw been better right at the stumps, that would have been really, really close. But that's a really good over from Pasindu. 3 runs and a wicket. 6 overs completed. 33 for 2. Right, so Dulanga be brought back into all his second over. Things have been a bit steady for pitcher Gamma Craft till that last over where they lost another wicket, and now Commercial Credit are right back in this game. The spinners doing the trick in these middle overs. Once the power play is done, now 4 fielders are permitted to be outside the 30-yard circle, which means the spinners will have some control going forward, and it'll be really interesting to see how Pasindu would operate on this surface, because from the looks of it, it seems like he's a very canny operator. Has a nice loop, not afraid to toss the ball up, and at the same time has that delivery which goes in a flatter trajectory. Has been carved away, might not go all the way for a boundary, but couple of runs on offer that time on the offside. Yasas Manigoda is playing it very late. Now the risk with playing it late, if that ball is outside the off stump, then no problem in terms of playing it late. But if the ball is coming right at the stumps, if he's bowling wicket to wicket, that's where the risk is popping up. Oh, there we go. Once again, he's playing it very late. And that was very close to his body as well. So I can sense that something is going to happen. Yasas Manigoda need to play the ball on its merit. If it's on the front foot, you go for the front foot. And he is opting to play everything on the back foot at the moment. Yasas Manigoda. Last ball of this over. Flatter once again, straight into the hands of the fielder. And that's a good over from Dulanga. Just 3 runs coming off from it. 7 overs completed. 36 for 2. They're very much in control of the game, Commercial Credit. And here comes Pasindu Pereira. This will be an interesting over. Tossed up. Very slow through there. That's the right way to bowl on a surface that gives a bit of an assistance for the spinners. You let the ball touch the surface nicely and let it spin. What happens when you bowl faster is that it just drifts off the surface. It slides off the surface. Not much turn on offer that time. So you've got to bowl it slow and let it touch the surface quite nicely and then let it spin. And that's exactly what Pasindu Pereira is doing. Not giving any pace, tossing it up. There we go. Once again. Brilliant. Bowling it wicket to wicket as well. Slightly faster that time. Good change up, good mix up there from Pasindu Pereira. Not being very predictable. Which is the right way to go. You gotta mix it up as a spinner. You know, quite a lot of weapons in your armory. So you gotta mix things up. Try not to be predictable at the hands of the batter. Oh, that's taken straight into the hands of the fielder. And Pasindu Pereira picks up his second wicket. Slightly shorter. And Yasas Manigoda, he was waiting for a delivery like that. He was waiting for a short pitch delivery to whack that ball on the onside. He saw the opportunity, but couldn't really get the elevation he was looking for and ended up playing it straight into the hands of the fielder. So the third wicket goes down, and Pasindu Pereira picks up his second wicket. He's furious with himself, and surely so. Yasas Manigori, he's gone for 3 of 10, and Shalita De Silva with a very sharp catch inside the 30-yard circle. Dulara Fernando, 57 matches, in excess of 1,000 runs across mercantile cricket for Dulara Fernando, with a highest score of 102. He's a capable batter, it seems, from the statistics, of course. But he's got a big job to do, big responsibility on his shoulders. 39 for 3, almost the 8th over. And Pasindu Pereira, once again, absolutely brilliant. This time a short pitch delivery, but couldn't really get it over the top of the field. Should be a wide, as it is. It's a couple of runs added to the total that time. Last ball of this over. Just falling short of the field. Another tidy over from Pasindu Pereira comes to an end. 8 overs completed, 41 for 3. Dulanga to continue. Driven away, couldn't get it past the fielder. So back-to-back dot deliveries to start this over. Dulanga, on the other hand, is a very conventional spinner. You look at his bowling. This time he goes up in there. Dulanga himself has taken the catch. And the 4th wicket goes down. Leading edge. A very soft and a simple dismissal. And the 4th wicket goes down just like that. And Gamma Pizzacraft now 4 down for 41. And it's a big wicket. It's the experienced campaigner Dulara was trying to work that ball towards the onside, only to find the leading edge. And look at what it means for Dulanga. His first wicket. And Dulara Fernando is gone for a duck. It's 4 down now for 41 runs. Tanuja Lakshan is the new batter in 19 matches, 253 runs. Things are not looking good for Gamma Pizzacraft. That was a very, very risky approach there from Tanuja. Putting his front leg right across the stumps. That's like asking for trouble. Rushing through the over, Dulanga, last ball of this over. A wicket maiden from Dulanga that time. Superb ball in this from Commercial Credit. 9 overs completed, 41 for 4. Right, so Pasidhu to bowl his third over. Both Pasidhu and Dulanga. Oh, that's a cardinal error that time from the fielders of Commercial Credit. Just offered an extra run there. Asking the question this time, probably just sliding down the leg side, says the umpire. Lakshan is once again just putting his front leg right in front of the stumps. Sometimes right in the line of the delivery. And that is something that he got to be careful of. If the ball rushes in, there's a high chance of that ball meeting the pad before it meets the bat. It's good from Pasidhu and Commercial Credit. The fielders are up on their toes, giving that support for the bowlers, not allowing any free runs to be taken at this stage of the game. You can see the projected score stands at 89. That's how good this Commercial Credit execution has been so far. Just not really getting that chance to pierce the 30-yard circle on the offside. It's just that the lack of pace from Pasidhu Pereira that makes it even more difficult for the batters. Last ball of this over. And this time, once again, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Stopped a certain boundary that time, the fielder. 10 overs completed. Pizza Gamma Craft 44 for 4.
It's been a struggle so far for Gamma Pacercraft, winning the toss, deciding to bat first, 44 for 4. After 10 overs at the midway mark, they've been struggling, not being able to break free. Sportylk, their skipper, was on 20 and no real contributions down the line with the aid of 4 extras, 44 for 4. Never really got going. Exceptional bowling figures for Pasindu Pereira, 3 overs, 11 for 2, economical and penetrative at the same time. Dulanga picked up a wicket, conceding 10 runs, done exceeding the will, and Buddhika Tennakon picking up a wicket, given away 12. Exceptionally good bowling performance so far by Commercial Credit, right now in the driver's seat. Now spin bowlers putting a stranglehold on Gamma Pisa batting. Just their left-handed batter Sportylk in the middle, who can do something enterprising. The rest have been struggling. Spinners, by slowing things down, by being accurate, applying great deal of pressure, and Gamma Pisa batters succumb to it. That's a good shot, gets it, and straight to the fielder, unfortunately. That was not the best piece of such selection, I can tell you. Straight after the break. Yes, they need to up the ante, but that's not the way. Wasn't a bad ball. Struck well, but the placement wasn't all that good. Well taken. They've been fielding exceptionally well, apart from few lapses. Buddhika Tennakon took a very good catch. Sanchana Lanka picks up his first wicket. Further in trouble. It will be very, very tough for Gamma Pacercraft to get out of this muddle. They've lost 5 wickets and they are scoring at 4.33. This is not exactly what you expect by winning the toss and by batting first. Something around 70 would have been a better score. Tulina Chandeepa, 61 matches, best of 77, and averaging 22.13 strike rate isn't great. 5 half centuries, and he's gonna need every bit of it. Gamma Pacercraft under huge trouble now. Lanka just rolled his arm over and picked up a wicket. This could be his day, his lucky day. Wasn't the best piece of bowling, but this is how he dismissed. Taken the aerial route. Fielder was in the deep, has to come a long way, but he does a fine job. Now you can sense the body language of these two batters out in the middle. They are facing a bit of a dilemma whether to go after the bowling or bat out the remaining overs. Projected scores aren't great. Off the back foot, steering it down the ground and gets a single. At this stage, Commercial Credit wouldn't mind conceding singles. Field well spread, as many as 4 fielders patrolling the boundaries, and 5 fielders in fact patrolling the boundaries, 4 inside the circle. Short pitch delivery, well cut away, that should go all the way. The chase is on, but that was placed. In fact, as it gets closer to the boundary line, slowing a little bit of pace. As a result, just a couple. They would take. Anyway, it comes. They wouldn't mind how it comes. Tanuja moves to 3 with that couple. That's good cricket. Let the ball come on to you. He's coming back for the second. Good running. He knew straight away, starting up quite briskly, going for the first run fairly quickly. And still a very, very good over. 5 runs on a wicket. 11 gone. 49 for 5. If you have enough wickets in hand towards the end, you can obviously go after the bowling, launch an attack, especially at the death overs. That was exactly what Commercial Bank and Sri Lanka did during their game. But right now, by losing too many wickets, Gamma Pharmaceuticals haven't created that ideal platform. 2 taken quite easily, wide outside the off stump, slammed away towards sweeper cover region and gets a couple. Boundaries have dried out, found themselves under serious pressure. They are persisting with a slip fielder, so they are after wickets. Very well bowled, gentle hands, gentle push straight to the field at extra cover region for no run. This is very good cricket. Leg spinners, fairly decent quality, and makes things very, very tough for right-handers. We found that even in international cricket. That's improvisation, but straight to the fielder. Good piece of fielding. This is exactly what you expect from your fielders as a bowler. Backing yourself up, taking the catches, cutting down singles here and there. And run rate isn't going up. Boundaries hard to come by. Found themselves under great deal of pressure. Body language tells that. Gamma Pisa will have to do something very, very special from this point onward. This is the 12th over in progress. Still, they haven't been able to get their run rate close to 6 and over. I'm thinking at least 6.5 should be ideal, having lost 5 wickets. But unfortunately, they haven't been able to stitching out partnerships. That has been the problem. Gently guide away. Oh, that's a fumble. Lets it go through the legs. Jakub, if I'm not mistaken, the seam bowler, slinger, advancing himself up and found the delivery spun away from him. 2 more to the total. 6 runs so far with the delivery to come. Can they up the ante? It looks like a player who can stay there till the end And Tanuja, who's on 6, taken him 8 deliveries. Once again, straight to the fielder. It wasn't bending, but the bounce was kind. Very good over, 6 runs off, 12 done, 55 for 5. For those who are just joining in, this is Mercantile F Division T20 League starting today, and this is the game number 2 coming to you live from University Grounds, Colombo 7, and it's between Gamma Pisa Craft and Commercial Credit. Commercial Credit right on top. Gamma Pisa won the toss, decided to bat first. I thought pretty strange. Most of the teams have decided to chase down totals and proven effective. Struck well and in the gap for 4. Much welcome boundary. They've been searching for it for an extensive period now. Wasn't a bad delivery. Well played. On his knees, gets it over the top and goes all the way for 4. With that boundary, Tanuja moves to 10. Picked it from outside the off stump. Good quick hands and whipped it away. Excellent wrist work. He looks like a player who's capable of scoring quick runs, but at the moment they have only 5 wickets. Gentle dab, going for a single. Direct hit would have been interesting, but wasn't the case. 59 for 1. 60 runs in on the board with that single. So if they can pick a boundary per over, the remainder of this tournament, this innings, would be very fruitful for Gamma Pisa Craft. In fact, once again, mistimed, try to hit it too hard. In fact, 4.74. Run rate is up, but not by much. Tanuja, who's on 11 with that boundary, and Tirina, taken him 10 deliveries, including this one. Just a single. So no real damage. Sanchana into his second over, conceded 11 runs, and very compact looking right-hander Tanuja. Now he will have to do something very, very adventurous. Straight to the fielder for no run. Still a very good over. Only 6 runs. So that's the completion of the 13th. 61 for 5. What's gone is gone. It's about concentrating on 7 overs remaining. 42 deliveries to be precise. If they can get around 60, maybe 65 runs and over, they can get up to 120, 125, 130 maybe. If they manage to do that, they've got a total to bowl at. Wasn't competitive, but they got a total. If they can bowl well enough, they can apply pressure on Commercial Credit betting. But right now, looking at the way things panned out, things have gone according to a plan for Commercial Credit. Gone aerial. There are no fielders. Fielding the deep has to come a long way. Will they come back for the second? No, it's the call by the non-striker, in fact, Tilina. We've often seen batters making the mistake of blocking out too many deliveries and going for wild heaves on the onside. more often than not sacrificing their wicket, which isn't the ideal way of doing things. The wrist protection should only be a single. Tulina now gathering momentum, badly needed. Tanuja, who's on 12. 14th over in progress, projected score aren't great, 95. That's not going to be competitive. Once more, missing it altogether. He's going for a stifle appeal for a stumping, but the batter was never leaving the crease. Tanuja, 14 deliveries. Very strong leg side player. We've already seen that. Just like that. Likes to whip that one, picking it outside the off stump and playing it towards long on region, mid-wicket region, at times towards deep backward square leg region. Predominantly an onside player. Tirina, on the other hand, more balanced approach. That's a full toss. Will it go all the way? Looks like a bye. They will come back for the second. We'll wait for the umpire's signal. One shot. All these little mistakes adds up. We were keen on completing the second, forgetting the basics. Still a very good over after 14, 66 for 5. Under normal circumstances, this is the stage where you're looking to go after bowling. But unfortunately for Gamma Pesacraft, the launching pad wasn't laid. Oh, that's a good shot. They will definitely pick up the second run quite easily. Tilina and Tanuja trying their best. They've been trying hard. Boundaries hard to come by. Dulanga and rest of the spin bowlers slowing things down for Commercial Credit, make things tougher for both the batters out there in the middle. That's more like it. Half cracker, invitation extended. He says thank you so much. Very strong leg side player Tanuja. Already picked up a couple of boundaries on the onside. This time he's not gonna miss out. Very quick hands, lovely wrist. Got the elevation, got the distance, much needed boundary. 8 runs off first 2 deliveries. This is the ideal stage. Now you can see immediately projected scores have gone up above 100, 103, which means they are capable of posting a score of around 130. That way we'll have a very good game on our hands. Otherwise things would be far too easier for Commercial Credit. Right at the beginning I mentioned that they are the team coming into this game as the favorites. Once again on the onside. Will they come back for the second? Yes, they will. This is good cricket. Wasn't a bad piece of bowling. Fuller whipped away on the onside as usual by Tanuja. And going for the second, decisive running. 10 runs already with 3 deliveries to come. If they can go scoring 10 runs per over, which means 60 runs. So that'll give them the chance of reaching 130. Down the leg side, should be a wide. He in fact bowled around his leg. Oh my word. Trying to play on the onside little too much. Try to drag that one from the middle stump and work the way towards deep backward square leg region, missing it altogether. The right shot selection, but the execution was poor. He's done his part, Tanuja. Been out there for a brief period. Scored quick runs, a 6 and couple of boundaries. Very, very strange. He was standing outside the off stump And smart piece of bowling. Darting it in. You miss I hit theory in action. Dulanga picks up another wicket. 2 wickets for 20 runs. Dulanga is the happy man, and Tanuja, he's out. 6 down for 76 now. The batsman Madhuka Dissanayake, 25 matches, fairly experienced, to best of 29. Now he will have to stay together with his partner, who spent time in the middle and looks like a settled batter. Just when things starting to look good for Gamma Craft, they lost a wicket. This has been the playing pattern for them right from the word go. The start wasn't a good one. No big partnerships. Partnerships around 15, 20 runs. Not going to do. Direct hit would have certainly had the batsman. They complete a single and completes a very good over after a while. Just they've lost a wicket, but they've earned 11 runs. Here's the previous. There you go. Just about managing to touch the leg stump. He picked up a wicket. Happy bunch. Commercial credit right on top after 15 overs, 77 for 6.
This time goes up in there and it's gone all the way for a maximum. First ball from Dulanga has been treated down the ground for a maximum. Much needed boundaries, much needed sixes for Gamma Craft. It's a very well executed shot. Touch to fuller from Daniru. Has been hammered down the ground. Yeah, it's been called wide. Now looking into the field, there's a deep point in position, a deep mid-wicket, long on and long off. And that's pretty much about it in terms of fielders down in the deep. Oh, once again, it's been called a wide. The bowler is not happy, but understandably it was very, very close to that wide line. So a couple of wides in this over. The idea is right, it's just that the execution was not perfect from Daniru that time. Trying to bowl it wide outside the off stump. Faster delivery. Got it entirely wrong. And just fast enough to get it all the way towards a boundary. That's very unfortunate. But Gamma Craft will take those runs any day. There we go. Faster delivery. No chance for the wicket keeper. Only the bowler to be blamed. Turning out to be a very lengthy over. Mercantile F Division tournament started today, the first day of the tournament. And we've already seen some really good cricket. Earlier today we had Sri Lanka taking on Commercial Bank B team, where Sri Lanka won the match by 14 runs. And now we're seeing Commercial Credit really outsmarting the opposition. 16 overs completed, 93 for 6. (93 for 6). Madhuka is on 8. Thilina on 12. And we got the last 4 overs coming up. Now from this position, I would say anything around 130. Gamma Pitchcraft would be happy, I would say, at the end of their 20 overs if they can get to 130. But that's a long way to go. Yaqub Faumir is being brought in to bowl the 3rd over. A disciplined effort so far. 2.1 overs, 12 runs. Pretty much of a spread out field for Yaqub against the right-hander. Oh, gone, straight and full. And it does the job. The batter trying to be cheeky, trying to be smart, but Yaqub, he did the right thing. He held his line and length, full and straight, and it does the job once again for Commercial Credit. 7 down for 94. And Thilina Chandeepa has to depart for 12. And things don't really look good for Pitcher Gamacraft at the moment. 94 for 7. Chamal Jayasuriya is the new batter in 20 matches, 314 runs with a highest score of 52. He's got a job to do. Strike rate of 91. Got to play better than that in these last few overs to get Pitcher Gamacraft to at least 130. Bit of a slingy action. Oh, gone, is it? Yes, direct hit. What a day Commercial Credit is having. Everything they touches turns to gold at this stage of the game. What a throw right onto the stumps. There we go, just one stump to aim at. And he's nowhere to be seen, the batter. And the fielder knew straight away that he's got his man. 8 down for 94. And Madhuka Dissanayake is gone for 9. Right, so 94 for 8. Oh, this is good bowling from Yaqub. Not giving any weight, just bowling it right outside the off stump. And he's a very canny operator, isn't he, Yaqub? Just sticking with his line and length despite what the batter is trying to do. He's holding his line and length quite nicely. Oh, brilliant. How did that miss that off stump? Last ball of this over coming up. Just 1 run and couple of wickets in this over. That's how good this over has been from Yaqub. They're punched on the ground. Will be just a single. An excellent over from Yaqub comes to an end. 2 runs and 2 wickets in that over. 95 for 8, Pitzer Gamacroft. Right, so Pasindu Pereira to bowl his last over. Excellent figures, 11 runs and couple of wickets in his 3 overs. And Gamma Pizzacraft at the moment 95 for 8. And here's Pasindu Pereira. Just a single to start off with. Tossed up once again. Oh, nice turn on offer that time. Will be another single. Pasindu Pereira bowling in good areas, good line and lengths. He's been very consistent with his line and lengths, which has been the highlight of this spell from Pasindu Pereira. Economical, very consistent in his line and lengths. Hitting the good areas in a consistent manner. Once again, couldn't really get under the ball properly, Sachindu. Oh, playing it late. Gets a single. A full toss. Worked away onto the onside. A good bit of fielding down in the deep. And saved a couple of runs there for Commercial Credit. So 6 runs from this over with one more delivery to go. Pasundu Pereira has been really, really good with the ball in hand. So single to finish things off. 18 overs completed. Gamma Pizzacraft 102 for the loss of 8 wickets. Right, so Daniru Wanyarachi to bowl his last over. Just playing it across the line of the delivery. Both these batters haven't really seen them utilizing those open spaces on the offside. Just trying to whack the ball, playing it across the line of the delivery onto the onside. Now this time he goes high up in there. Chance just falling short of the fielder. And coming back for the second run. Not the best of the throws from the fielder. Float leg spinners from Daniru. Up in there. But safe. Played it obviously, but will get just a single. Singles won't hurt Commercial Credit at this stage of the game. 4 runs, just 4 runs coming off from this over. Daniru is slightly expensive, especially in the previous over. Went for a couple of runs. Plenty of wides in that previous over. That went for boundaries as well. This time, again up in there and taken. So finally a wicket for Daniru. And now 9 down, Gamma Pizzacraft for 106. This time it's Sachindu who perishes at a ball that is very wide outside the off stump. So he had to drag that shot from very far outside the off stump. So hitting that bottom part of the bat. So no power behind that shot at all. And an easy catch for the fielder at shortish mid-wicket. So the 9th wicket goes down for 106. And Sachindu Vijay Singh is gone for 7. And Daniru Wanyarachi with the breakthrough. Isuru Kumar Naik is the new batter in. 13 matches, 118 runs. Now this time, high up in there, no chance of the fielder. But the batters will cross the end twice to get a couple of runs. And that's the end of the over. Another successful over for Commercial Credit comes to an end at 19 overs completed. 108 for 9. Right, so the final over. Buddhika with the ball in hand to bowl the 20th over. Just a single over there coming back. This could be out. Oh! What happened there? My goodness. The ball just popped out of his hands, the wicket keeper. Maybe he got too excited that time. Let's have a look at that again. It was a really good throw from the fielder. Oh, he lost his ball. My goodness. That could have been the end of the innings. Everything was right on that time. The throw was good, right at the stumps. Unfortunate. Now this time, carved through the offside, might go all the way for a boundary. Yes, it does. Yeah, these are valuable runs for Gamma Pizzacraft. That time it was carved through the offside, really. He was careful enough to play it fine, right in front. And he gets a boundary. Much needed boundaries for Gamma Pizzacraft. Nothing there from the umpire. Gets a single. Right, so last ball of the innings, 115 for the loss of 9 wickets. Worked away towards the onside, might go all the way. No, stopped right at the edge of the boundary. So a couple of runs, in fact, they're coming back for the third run. Got to hurry. And this could be out as it is. So all out. Gamma Pizzacraft. We'll wait for the confirmation. Now this is exactly what happened. A good bit of fielding down in the deep. And a good throw that is passing to Pereira. An excellent fielder. Ah yes, he's gone. And the umpire thinks the same as well. So 117 all out in 20 overs. Gamma Pizzacraft. A below par total on the board, and their bowlers will have a very big job to do out there in the middle against Commercial Credit batters in order to defend this total of 117 runs. But all in all, it was a really good effort with the ball in hand for Commercial Credit. Their bowlers right from the start was quite excellent and didn't really allow any of the Gamma Pizzacraft batters to settle down and to put up a partnership that would take them to a score of about 150. Remember, the coin toss, the captain did mention that their plan was to get to 180. But unfortunately, the innings comes to a close at 117. And this is how it looks. The batting card, 20 for Shalaka Tiwanka, the captain. 20 of 25. And then Tanuja Lakshan contributing with 23 of 19 deliveries. And rest of the batters were not able to contribute much with the bat in hand for Gamma Pizzacraft as they roll out for 117 in 20 overs. So having a look at the bowling card, Commercial Credit, I think it was a collective effort. You can see almost all the bowlers contributing with wickets. Couple of wickets apiece for Dulanga Shatu Maduka and a couple of wickets for Pasidhu Pereira. I think he bowled well. And then wickets apiece for Yakub, Buddhika Tendukon and Daniru Vanyarachi as well. Wickets falling in regular intervals, no partnerships, no significant partnerships. And that is one of the main reasons as to why Gamma Pizzacraft been halted for 117 in 20 overs. They've been awarded with 12 extras. So let's have a look at the highlights of this innings. As I mentioned earlier, Commercial Credit started off well. They picked up wickets right from the start. Didn't really allow the batters to settle down. And though Gayan Kumara looked good for his 15 runs, things didn't really punch well for Gamma Pizzacraft as wickets started to tumble one after another. Shalaka Tivanka looked good for his 20 of 25 deliveries with couple of boundaries. As at one stage Gamma Pizzacraft, they were going on nicely, especially in the power play. Then came Pasidhu Pereira, and that is where things really got shifted. Couple of wickets in the same over for Pasidhu, and then Dulanga came in and picked up wickets. And from there onwards, Commercial Credit didn't really look backwards. They were picking wickets in regular intervals, no partnerships, and it was all about Commercial Credit putting the Gamma Pizzacraft batters on the back foot and on the back seat right from the start to the very end. They were very consistent with their line and length. The fielding has been really good as well. Yes, there were a couple of drop chances, but overall they've been really good out in the field. And this is one example of how good they were in the field. A direct hit, and catchers were taken out in the outfield and really made their outing look very comfortable and easy out there in the middle for Commercial Credit. And this was the last wicket. Pasidhu Pereira with the throw, and it was a suicidal attempt by the bowler, by the batters, the last pair for Gamma Pizzacraft. So 115 for the loss of 9 wickets. So that means the target is set for Commercial Credit, as they need 116 runs to win this match. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back with the run chase.
Mercantile F Division T20 League well and truly underway. It's a game between Gamma Pacercraft and Commercial Credit. Winning the toss, Gamma Pacercraft deciding to bat first, didn't do too well. It's a models total 115 runs. To win the first game, Commercial Credit needing just 16 runs in fact. And the favorites right at this stage. For those who are just joining in, we are coming to you live on Sporty.lk right throughout the day, right throughout the tournament. Wonderful coverage. It's been a fascinating day of cricket. This is the double header. This is the second game, and Commercial Credit coming into this game as the favorites, done everything right, restricting their opposition all out inside 20 overs, just 115 runs. Not gonna challenge them unless they go out there in the middle and do something incredible with the ball in hand. All in all, Commercial Credit the happier side. Earlier in the day, we had Sri Lanka winning their first game of the tournament. It's very, very important in a tournament of this nature. Winning your first game, get into that groove. Winning is a habit. And Commercial Credit looking to start things up on a right foot. They've done exceedingly well with the ball in hand. The likes of Yakub finishing things up really, really nicely. And there were opportunities for Gamma Pacercraft for them to get into a score around 150, 160. Already proven that's going to be a challenging target that they can put on a board and put pressure on the opposition. But you never know the type of bowling Gamma Pacercraft have in their ranks, and they will have to do exceedingly well, something miraculous. Mercantile F Division T20 tournament sponsored by Fair First Insurance. Wonderful initiative. This live coverage coming to you courtesy of Sporty.lk. And it's very colorful. It was a sunny day, hot and humid. Just about all the teams so far given their best. And their best wasn't enough for Gamma Pacercraft. Here's the start. The first delivery. Outside the off stump. Try to blast that one away towards cover region. It will be tough. Chamal Jayasuriya to batsman Prabhash and Nilusha. This time made connection straight to the fielder. Keeping it down for just a single. Loud shout. Noise the call by lady umpire Abe Vikrama. Sandhuni Abe Vikrama. It's just a formality. Those who are just joining in, from time to time, we found low-scoring games proven very, very competitive. For that to happen, that was very close. I can tell you, very, very close. Just maybe touch lucky, the batsman Nilusha. They're gonna need every bit of it. They will have to be vigilant in the field. Chamal Jayasuriya, 26 matches, 21 wickets. And best of 3 for 21, 6.85 acceptable. Average, pretty decent. But today, they are defending a total of 115. Something very, very special need to give. 118 in fact, initially. It was on our graphics shown. 115 was the score put on the board by Gamma Pacercraft on the back foot. Gets it into the gap. There is protection in the deep. Starting things up with a spinner. Interesting tactics. Contrastingly, Commercial Credit starting up with two seam bowlers. I thought did wonderfully well. Fuller in length, but just couldn't get the placement right. Straight to the fielder. Therefore, no run. It's a decent start, but the total they have put on a board not gonna be enough to put pressure on your position. That's the only question. Prabhas Chaturanga, 11 matches, highest of 50 runs. Commercial credit over the years, done exceedingly well in mercantile cricket. At one point, they've been playing in top division. Nilusha Uttamadasa, 18 matches, best of 55. Strike rate, he'll be working on it. Still early days, just 18 matches. They field pretty well. I thought started up brilliantly midway through, few lapses, few drop catches. All in all, considering the standards of fielding in this division, I thought commercial credit right up there. So it's the responsibility of Gamma Pacercraft to maintain the same standard and apply pressure. The bowlers will have to do a stellar job. The fielders will have to back them. Slip, backward point, short fine, cover extra cover mid-off, predominantly offside field. Struck well, field in the deep, has to come around a long way. I thought he did well under the circumstances, just a single. Two right-handers out there in the middle, not in any hurry. They know for a fact they will have to score just 6 runs or less than 6 runs per over to start with. That's a good shot, but straight to the field, and they are going for it. Clear opportunity. He didn't know which end to go. Indecisive and lucky reprieve for both the batters. He could have gone to either end and still managing to pick up a run out. So the first over ended just like that, 4 for no loss. Twenty-four teams taking part in this tournament, divided into 4 groups, 6 teams each, and only 2 teams will advance into the knockout round. So every moment, every run, every wicket matters. Sahan Dabare, 6 matches, 4 for 20. Early days, but looks like a player who got the pedigree. Just the second over in progress. The total wasn't enough to put pressure. Outside the stump, lets it go. First extra. When you are defending a total of 116, you will have to bowl with plenty of discipline. That's more like it, well within the tram lines. Just about a couple of foot outside the off stump, coming in towards the batsman. That has been the pattern. Judging the playing patterns of this tournament, 2 games right here. That'll do it. Coming down the track, and he perishes. Absolutely no necessity there for Nilusha. But for a strange reason, he's straight away coming down the track and sacrificing his wicket. Just the kind of start Gamma Pacercraft was hoping for. 1 down for 5. They're gonna need to keep doing that. He was stretching out, but never really managing to get back. So Sahan Dabare strikes. Nilusha Uttamadasa out for 2 of 4 deliveries. 1 down, 5 runs on the board. Now, as you just saw against the run-off play, they managed to pick up a wicket. That was absolutely unnecessary, but he still manages to do something very, very strange and sacrificing his wicket. Sanchana Lanka didn't do too well with the ball in hand. 18 matches, 19 innings, best of 64, 4 half centuries. So fairly decent figures for Sanchana Lanka. Just about all of them represented the highest of high quality cricket playing schools. That one turning down the line. Definitely gonna miss the leg stump. This is just the kind of stuff Gamma Craft was hoping for. They will have to keep picking up wickets and bowling tight, not conceding too many boundaries. That's the only way. If Commercial Credit bats the 20 overs, I have no doubts they will definitely go past 117. So, just one option left. Picking up wickets is the name of the game at this stage. For Gamma Craft, that was a risky shot. Try to play across the line of the delivery. Fortunately, there was no touch. Wasn't too far away from the off stump, I can tell you. So they've been taking undue risk for a strange reason. They know for a fact they are chasing a target of 116. But at the moment, it looks like they are considering themselves chasing a total of 150, 160. Fairly decent over, just 2 runs off, and he picked up a wicket. 2 overs done, 6 for 1. To their advantage, Gamma Craft comprising quite a few young players. So they should be vigilant. They should be nimble-footed in the field. We haven't seen any lapses so far. Fielding so crucial in this format. Outside the off, some blast away and drops it. Just as I mentioned about their fielding, there hasn't been any dropses until then, but now a chance gone down. We might be able to have another look. That was there to be hit. Taken the aerial route, powerfully hit, but straight to the hand and pops out. Chance gone a begging. Oh, he decided to play it down safely. Flatter trajectory by Chamal Jayasuriya. In this format, usually spinners aren't very keen on tossing the ball up too much. This man in particular, Chamal Jayasuriya, very brisk, just about 85, maybe 90 kph. In the hindsight, providing pace for batsmen to work on. Slip fielder, very keenly anticipating an edge. Off the meat of the bat and another misfield. Wheels starting to come off for Gamma Craft. They picked up a wicket. They should have picked up 2 had they taken that catch. Chamal Jayasuriya, the unfortunate bowler, wasn't the best piece of bowling that was there to be hit. Better Prabhash taken the aerial route, and fortunately it was dropped. Quicker, really nicely worked away and get a single. Simple enough. No troubles at all. No undue risk. Playing conventional cricket, that was in order for Commercial Credit. I thought perhaps teams from time to time make the mistake of trying to blast each and every ball out of the park. Outside the off stump, going for it, and he dropped the ball before taking off the bails. Otherwise, would have been a close call. Just maybe done a damage in the process. It will be interesting to have another look. Non-striker straight away going for a single. He was in. He was in any case. So no real harm done. 3 overs done, 9 for 1. We've spoken about the fact 6 teams taking part in this group. This is Group C encounter between Gamma, Pisa, Craft and Commercial Credit. It's a tough group. Just about all the teams got very strong squads. So net run rate will eventually come into the equation in the final analysis. In the case of 2 teams ended up getting same number of points, the deciding factor would be the net run rate. Therefore, thinking Commercial Credit, keeping that in mind, that single was quite neatly taken. Onto the double figures, Commercial Credit. Easy enough equation, 108 of 100 plus deliveries. No real troubles there. Just about keeping enough wickets in hand. Straight to the fielder. Slip fielder makes no mistake. That's the only way they could have come back into this game. Now created a real opportunity. Dabare. Brisk. Flat. Ball swaying away from the right-handed batter. And he decided to went with it. Found the outside edge. Slip fielder makes no mistake. 2 down for 10. Wickets will definitely set cat amongst the pigeons. That was well taken. Good reflexes. We are in the 4th over. Commercial Credit in a bit of a muddle. Chaturanga out for 2. And after 3.3 overs, Commercial Credit 2 down for 10. Your batsman Dulanga Chatumaduka. Inexperience, early days, just 4 innings. Best of 43. So inexperience starting to tell. A full toss. Just about managed to get the bat down right in time. Had he missed it, would have been a loud shout. Against the run-off play. Now Gamma Pisa Craft have picked up 2 wickets. They will definitely needing more wickets to stay in the hunt. They just about keep picking up wickets in regular intervals. 97 deliveries, 108 runs required. Required run rate 6.68. But at the moment, believe it or not, the current run rate for Commercial Credit 2.27. Well bowled. That's his method of operation. 1 turns, 1 goes on. Excellent over, wicket taken. 2 overs, 2 for 3. Brilliant. 4 overs done, 10 for 2. Flatter delivery outside the off stump and pierce the gap. He was eyeing that gap for a while. Finally, manages to do so. Wide enough. Had he let it go, would have been a certain wide. But he was committed. Sanchana picks up a boundary and score moves to 14. There you go. Slapped it away. Usually batters more often than not place that one towards backward point region or short third man region. Ended up playing straight at the hands of the fielder. But on that occasion, Sanchana intentionally got it in front of the square and found the boundary. Much needed one. 104 required, 95 balls. No real pressure still. Short pitch delivery. There is a fielder in the deep. Can he come around? No, he cannot. 2 boundaries back to back. Not the best piece of bowling by Chamal Jayasuriya. 2 previous overs was economical, but this over far too short, far too much room outside the off stump, and he's not the sort of a batsman who's gonna miss out. Moves to 13 with that boundary. Now things have been resurrected. Current run rate 4.15. Just a moment ago it was 2.27. Goes to tell you the importance of picking up boundaries. Very well bowled. Driving the batsman forward. Providing no opportunities. They are still persisting with a slip fielder. Very well bowled indeed. Now he learned the lesson. 2 previous deliveries were very, very short. And this time he decided to go fuller. By doing so, resting the batsman to a certain extent. 8 runs off already. Slapped it down the ground. Should go for a boundary. There's no stopping. You get it over the infield. Get it straight. Boundary to be taken. 3 boundaries. Excellent over so far. 12 runs off. Much needed momentum. 3 boundaries makes the difference. Now run rate 4.15. If there were any jitters, now must have gone by now. And the nerves seems to have eased off. Sanchana moves to 17. Yet another scoring opportunity. Just maybe trying to get it too finer. He missed it altogether. Very expensive over. 12 runs off. 5 overs done. Commercial credit 22 for 2.
$22 for 2 at the end of over number 5. 96 of 90 deliveries. That's what's required for commercial credit. But things don't look promising at the moment for commercial credit. At the end of over number 5, 22 for 2. But the good thing is the bowlers have done a good job in terms of restricting Kama Pizzacraft for a below par total 115. So that comfort is there. Couldn't get it past the fielder at backward Sportylk, so it would be just a single. Yeah, 96 of 87 deliveries, that's what's required for commercial credit. They've lost a couple of wickets. That's a good looking shot, and that'll run away for a boundary. That's a very poor delivery, very far wide outside the off stump, and carved through covers for a boundary. It's nicely played on the offside. Sahandabere, the standout performer with the ball in hand, picked up 2 wickets so far. Trying to bring another wicket here. Right, so last ball of this over. And once again, not consistent in this over, Sahandabere, in terms of line and length. And that's the end of the over. 6 done. 26 for 2. Right, so change in bowling. Isuru comes in to bowl the 7th over of the match. 26 for 2. They're tossed up on the full. Sanchana on 17 of 18. And Dulanga. Cut away, but straight into the hands of the fielder. Now, what should be the way forward? Now, these two batters need to understand what's on stake. This is Isuru Kumar Nayaka, 34 matches, 42 wickets for him. The record run rate is just around 6.5 runs per over, which is not too bad at this stage of the game. They've lost only 2 wickets. Oh, this could be out. Well. My goodness, that's a really big confusion out there in the middle. A direct throw, a direct hit, and it got straight into the stumps. So another wicket goes down. There's a 3rd wicket. There we go, good bit of fielding. Oh, that was all credit should go to that fielder. Come on, look at the reactions of the batter. Sanchana Lanka is gone for 17. He's not happy, understandably. But he's run out. And it's 3 down for 26 now. Right, so 26 for 3. There's 92 more runs required, 81 deliveries, but they're losing wickets in regular intervals, just like how Kemma Pizzacraft did. Pasadu Pereira walks out to the middle. He was brilliant with the ball in hand, but now he's got a job to do with the bat in hand. 55 higher score, and the strike rate of 88. Can he add another half century to his name today? If that's the case, would be absolutely perfect for commercial credit. now the run rate stands at just below 4 runs per over, and the required run rate just below 7 runs per over, which is still manageable. To get back to the point I was discussing before the fall of that wicket. We'll talk about this in the next over. 7 overs completed, 26 for 3. Right, so the captain have decided that he's going to continue with Sahan Dabari. He's going to bowl out. 2 wickets for 7 runs. Oh, nicely bowled. Keeping it very straight, bowling it wicket to wicket. .91 of 77. The equation looks simple. Well, there's quite a lot of dynamics and nuances wrapped around that equation. Short and wide. Couldn't get it past the covers fielder inside the 30-yard circle. This was the last wicket. Excellent bit of fielding. Stopped and return. Everything up to the perfection. Couldn't have asked for a better execution from the fielder that time. Just really good fight back from Gamma Pizza Craft. Knowing that they don't have much runs on the board, they've been pretty much forced to bowl in good areas, and that's exactly what they've been doing right from the start of this match. Not allowing the batters to take control of the game, bowling in good areas, keeping things wicket to wicket, keeping things in good areas. The fielding has been really good. Look at the reaction time. Right. There we go. The batter completely furious out there in the middle. Rightly so. But I don't think there was a single there. It was just a matter of good fielding effort from the fielder. Eight overs completed, 28 for 3. Right, so Isuru to continue. The 9th over, that's a good shot on the offside and good bit of fielding. Stopped a certain boundary that time. With a couple of runs there. Slowly but steadily. They got to build these innings together, these two batters. Plenty of time remaining. Not much runs to get. It's important to understand when and where you should take that risk to go after the bowling. Whenever the opportunity is presented, there's no doubt you've got to go after the bowling. But you've got to make sure that you're playing it safe. Not much runs on the scoreboard. And that puts extra bit of pressure on the bowlers. So you've got to be canny enough, you've got to be smart enough to understand that, and at the same time to leverage that to your favour. Oh, nicely bowled. Tossed up nicely outside the off stump. Again, enticing the batter to drive that ball full on the offside. Oh, brilliant. How did that miss that off stump? That's a brilliant delivery. Once again, two back-to-back good deliveries from Misuru. Let's have a look at that again. Pitching right on the middle. And just enough revs on the ball to get it past that outside edge. Last ball of this over. And again. Oh, it's been called a no ball. Gotta re-bowl that again. Let's have a look at that again. Ah, yes. That's a clear no ball. So a free hit on offer for Dulanga. Now here's an opportunity to break the shackles. This goes high up in there. Not going anywhere, this one. Has been dropped. But just a single. Could have easily taken 2 runs there, but just a single. And that's the end of the over. 9 overs completed, 33 for 3. Right, 33 for 3 now. 85 more runs required of 66. That's the equation we're working with. And here's Shalaka Tivanka. Inward movement there from Shalaka. Bowling his first over. Right back at the stumps. Taken straight into the points fielder's hands. And another wicket goes down. 34 for 4 now. That's a very soft dismissal once again. Not the best of the deliveries from Shalaka Tivanka. It was wide outside the off stump. It was short. Could have played it anywhere. But ended up playing it into the hands of the point fielder. Didn't really have to move much as well. So the 4th wicket goes down for 34. And Pasindu Pereira bites the dust. He's gone for 4 of 11. And Shalaka Tivanka with the breakthrough. Right, so 9.2 overs, 34 for 4. The batting has been subpar from Commercial Credit. Just 17 for Sanchana Lanka. He's the only batter to get to double figures, but other than that, none of the other batters were able to get to that double figures mark. And things have not gone easy for Commercial Credit. So 9.2 overs, 34 for 4. Batters contributing not much with the bat in hand. Then Gamma Pitchcraft with the ball in hand. They've been quite good right from the start, picking up wickets in regular intervals. Sahan Dabare, 2 wickets for just 9 runs. He's bowled out. He's 4 overs. And then 1 wicket for Shalaka Tivanka so far in his first over. So the players taking a much deserved drinks break. It's been a very hot and humid day here at Colombo today. The weather has been really pleasant for the past 3 to 4 days here in Colombo. So we're hopeful that the weather would hold up nicely for this tournament to continue. There were quite a bit of interruptions last month for the E and G division tournaments, if I'm not mistaken. But now the weather has improved quite a lot, and we're hopeful that it would stay on like this for the next couple of weeks, where we would see some really good action of this MCF division tournament. Worked away towards the onside. It's a boundary, is it? He had to fetch that ball from outside the off stump, which he did, but to play it on the gap. That's some really good shot there from Dulanga this time. Let's have a look at that again. Very wide outside the off stump. He had to fetch that delivery from outside the off stump, but he was careful enough to play it on the gap, away from the field at deep mid wicket and long on. Last ball of this over. Up in there and up and over he goes. A risky shot for just a single. But did he get his hands on that ball that time? Nevertheless, 10 overs completed. Let's have a look at that again. Oh, yes. A good effort. A good attempt. But that's the end of the over. So halfway mark through 10 overs completed, 40 for the loss of 4 wickets.
After 10 overs, this game is very interestingly poised at the moment. To start up, they needed less than 6 runs per over, but now having lost 4 wickets by creating pressure, Gamma Pacercraft keeping them still in with a chance. A good over or 2 will definitely change things for Commercial Credit. Kayan Kumaranayaka, 33 matches, 31 wickets, and fairly decent figures so far for the youngster. They've been doing a good job. They've been vigilant in the field. Just there has been drop catches, few fumbles, but all in all, they're fighting as hard as possible. Outside the off stump, got plenty of fielders on the offside. That's the ideal line of the delivery. Short of a length, needing 78 of 59 balls. They have 6 wickets in hand. Gamma Pacercraft, they've been picking up regular wickets. If they manage to do that, they will definitely in with a chance. Must be ruining the fact haven't got enough runs on the board. Just imagine a situation where they've got 150. Things would have been much, much better. But what's gone is gone. They got only 116 runs to win. Commercial Credit needing 117. Right now, run rate under 4 and over. Required run rate 8 and over. Moment it goes past 9 and over, there will be pressure. That's a fabulous shot. Not gonna stop that one. Big man, powerful man, just slapped away for 4. Much needed boundary. Every boundary will be cheered gratefully by the supporters of Commercial Credit. Wasn't the best piece of bowling, providing ample room outside the off stump, and he's not gonna miss out. Dulanga moves to 16. This is the ideal scenario. Set better in the middle, rest of them bats around him. You will eventually get over the target without any troubles. Now with that boundary, run rate gone about 4 and over. There are no fielders. Gone aerial. Will they come back for the second? No is the call. Fielding, pretty decent. Excellent run out just a while ago. A direct hit. They're going to need every bit of it. Every bit of commitment. Extra effort. At this stage, you're going to put up 110% for your team. That's the only way they could create an opportunity for them. 45 for 4. We are in the 11th over. Shalinta just came in left-hander. Dulanga is the man, occupied the crease for fairly long period. 17 runs, just picked up a boundary. Now high on confidence. Gan Kumaranayaka. In his first over, already given away 5 runs. Shalita Silva, 22 matches. So he's fairly experienced, 440 runs, best of 84. So almost all the players have been in this division playing mercantile cricket for a fairly long period. That's good cricket. Just tapped away and picking up a single. Gamma Pharmaceuticals right now shouldn't be too much worry about conceding a single, but right from the start they know for a fact the only avenue for them to win this game is by picking up wickets. Picked up 4 of them. Should have been 5 with that drop opportunity. No real pace. Previous delivery, which he got a boundary on the same direction, was a quicker one. This one slower through the air. 7 runs off Kayan Kumanayaka's first over. 11 overs gone, 47 for 4. Devanka into his second over. Commitment. Good effort. 2 batters looking at the possibility of picking up a single on his follow through. Shalaka diving to his right and prevented what would have been a certain single. Every run save matters. Every wicket matters a lot. Should have been taken. Here's the opportunity. A big fish. Dulanga. He's the man who's controlling things out there in the middle for Commercial Credit. Now he perishes. I thought he struck well, but straight to the fielder. He makes no mistakes. Boy oh boy. Commercial Credit dig a hole for themselves. That was there to be hit. Taken the aerial route. Good catch. He has to jump up and timed his jump perfectly. This is good cricket. 5 down, 47 for 5. Now this wicket will definitely set cat amongst the pigeon. 4.15 is the run rate, required run rate 8.19. We got a game on our hands. It's never easy, two relatively new batters to start things from the scratch at this stage. Just as shown in there you go, 8.19 is the required run rate, a hefty rate to score at. Just by creating the pressure, just by picking up 5 wickets, they are in the hunt. Danidu Wanniarachi. This is his first game, absolutely fresh. And he walked into a pressure cooker situation. Oh, clean ball, a slower delivery does the trick. 6 gone. Oh, this is fabulous. Shalaka, I thought, batted decently well enough, but with a ball in hand, now he has picked up 2 wickets and created a seriously good opportunity for Gamma Peacecraft. They are well in the hunt now. That was there to be hit in the slot, but unfortunately he played all over it. 6 down for 47. Commercial Credit, just as I mentioned, digging a hole for themselves. And the one out, first ball for Duck. Now it's a very tricky situation for Commercial Credit. They have only 4 wickets in hand. Chanakamanika 18 matches, 67. That's his highest strike rate. Not ideal. The wicket taker, slower through the air. I thought that call was a harsh one. Umpire, the lady umpire, Sanduni Abevikrama, gave that one a wide marginal. It's just about being consistent. 4.17 is the run rate. Required run rate creeping up. Try to create another opportunity, but ample time for both the batters to cross over for a single. 2 wickets, a wide and a single. Excellent over so far. A wicket or 2 here. That's the previous dismissal on a Yorker length. But instead of playing it straight, he played all over it. Just couldn't believe his eyes. Out for naught, first ball. Well bowled and equally well fielded. Yet another dot ball. Gamma Peacecraft against all odds. Now creating a little bit of pressure. We are in the 12th over, just about to complete it, needing 69 of 49 deliveries. This is getting tougher and tougher by the minute. Should be taken. There are no fielders. For a moment thought there is a mid-off fielder. Whichever the case, excellent over, 2 wickets taken after 12. Commercial Credit looks little iffy. 50 for 6. Two worms very, very close to each other. Just about the same situation Gamma Peacecraft faced when they were batting, losing too many wickets. But towards the latter part, the tailenders contributing useful enough runs and ended up scoring 116 right at the beginning of the innings. I said they're going to need an incredible effort in the field. So far, pretty decent. A wicket or two here will definitely set things in their favor. I have no doubts. Pressure is mounting. 47 deliveries needing 69. Boundaries are hard to come by. Short pitch delivery, well fielded. No runs to be taken. Way to go about it. Gayan Karunanayaka. Kumar Nayaka, in fact, into his second over, given away 7 runs, being economical. Game of the pads should only be a single, nothing more than that. They shouldn't be worrying too much about that. It's just that not providing boundary scoring opportunities. They know for a fact they have only 5 fielders patrolling the boundaries, just about all of them right at the edge of the boundary. Oh, that's a good shot. That's the boundary they were after for a long, long time. No, it isn't. That's the 110% commitment I've spoken about. To stay in the hunt, they're going to need every bit of it. Wasn't the best piece of bowling, and bowler in the process must have done some damage. Very well done. 110% commitment. Under normal circumstances, he would have definitely given it up. But when you are defending 116, each and every effort, every run saved matters a lot. 2 runs quite clearly saved there. Just 3 runs, 4 deliveries gone. Looks like the bowler must have pulled a muscle. Once again, having a look at 2 worms. Now you can clearly starting to notice with the fall of wicket, blue worm heading downwards instead of progressing upward, leading to score close to 9 runs and over now. If useful overs here will definitely create even more pressure. By then, they will have to throw everything at it. 8.86, almost 9 runs on over. Chanaka on 3, Shalita on 4. 2 relatively new batters. Never easy settling down at this stage. That's a good delivery. Outside the line of the off stump, try to guide that one towards third. Didn't really work. Yet another good delivery, good piece of bowling. They've got deep third and deep point, which mean the line of operation should be outside the off stump. Straight to the fielder once again. No opportunity for a single. Excellent over, just 3 runs off. 13 done, 53 for 6. Once again, having a look at the equation, just a while ago, it was merely run a ball. Now, 65 needed of 42 deliveries. Pressure, pressure, pressure. The ideal scenario, those who are joining us would have expected. Whether it's a low-scoring game or a high-scoring game, you're expecting a close one. Here's Shalaka. Firmly driven, should only be a single. The field is well spread out. Shalaka more or less getting his slower deliveries in, pitching it on a fuller length. Extend the invitation, and every likelihood from time to time batters will make a mistake. Just like that, that was powerfully hit. Very well fielded, getting his body behind the line of the delivery. Was little painful, but at this stage you wouldn't mind. Shalita on 5 with that single. Chanaka moved to 4. 40 balls, 63 runs. Pressure is certainly building up. Given a wide. Was a close one, but I'm starting to thinking whether the umpires have been a little harsh. That was very, very close to the tram line, but to their credit, they've been consistent. That's a good shot. They will initially considering the possibility of the second wayward return, and fortunately, there was a backup fielder. 57 for 6. Now clearly above 9 and over. 39 deliveries, 61. Had they kept enough wickets in hand at this stage, they would have definitely gone after the bowling. But unfortunately, they have only 4 wickets in hand. Gentle dab, just a single. He's a happy man. Shalaka given away just 4 runs, 3 more deliveries to come. It's just about completing your over without causing any damage. Shalita on 6, taken him 9 deliveries. Chanaka, who's on 5, taken him 6 deliveries. Oh, yet another drop chance. They just maybe over eager. Worth having another look, I can tell you. That may be the chance. He jumped. He timed that jump perfectly. Just didn't stick. Needing a quart of super glue. Shanaka. Shalita living dangerously. Escaped. More of an off cutter, though his run up was a lengthy one. 6 runs of Shalaka's third over. 14 overs gone, 59 for 6. We got a game on our hands. As you can clearly see, required run rate almost 10. 36, 9.83 to be precise, which means they got to score at least a boundary, if not 2. They got 6 overs in which to do so. And they have only 4 wickets in hand, 2 batters out there in the middle. Didn't look like a two batters who can clear the boundaries with ease. So far we haven't witnessed a great deal of power with their shots. They've been struggling against slower deliveries. Isuru Kumaranayaka into his third. He's been very good. Left arm orthodox. Gone aerial, should be taken, settling underneath. And the 7th wicket goes down. Now quite clearly, Kama Pisacraft ahead of the game. Just as we mentioned, they're gonna need a stellar performance to come out of it. And so far, they've done a fantastic job. 7th wicket going down, 59 for 7. That was tossed it up, flighted, slower through the air. Had absolutely no option but to go for it. And the fielder, under pressure, done a fantastic job. Required run rate 4.16. Now they are under a bit of pressure. Shalita De Silva out for 7 of 11 deliveries. Fantastic catch, excellent piece of bowling. Gamma Pacercraft, after completion of their inning, would have thought 116. Not gonna be enough. We up at the com box thought the same. But by fighting hard, by picking up wickets, by being vigilant in the field, they have created a real opportunity. Buddhika Tennakon, 3 matches, just 25 runs. Early days, not too much pedigree. Off the back foot, very, very close. He was playing off the back foot. That was a fuller delivery. And this man is eyeing his first wicket for a brief period. That was well taken. Pressure catch, well taken. Oh, that's a huge 6. Against the run-off play, tossed up delivery, goes over extra cover region. Very tough shot to execute, but Buddhika Tennakon does it fantastically well. In fact, he gone over mid-wicket region. For a moment thought he's another left-hander, but there you go. That was asking to be punished, and Buddhika does exactly the same. On the onside, straight to the fielder. He picked up a wicket, now already given away 7 runs, needed 10 and over. Another boundary or 2 will definitely make this over a fruitful one for Commercial Credit. 32 balls, 52 runs. Just 3 wickets in hand. This should be taken. Very well taken indeed. Isuru Kumar Naika picking up his 2nd wicket. Now definitely, Gamma Pacercraft, in fact, is in the hunt. They mean business. 8 wicket gone down. Try to whack it over mid-wicket region, over the cow corner. Got the top half of the bat. Gain height instead of distance, and the fielder Sahan Dabare makes no mistake. Isuru Kumar Naika picks up another wicket. Chanaka Wanigasekar out for 5 of 8 deliveries. Now Commercial Credit starting to looking down the barrel. Now you could safely say Gamma Pacercraft is in front. Geet Kumara, 13 matches, highest of 74. So he's capable. Off the back foot, straight to the bowler himself. Done a fantastic job. 7 runs off, picked up 2 wickets. Right now, Gamma Pacercraft in the box seat. 15 done, 66 for 8.
.66 for 8 at the end of over number 15. Commercial Credit just falling apart like a pack of cards at the moment. None of the batters except for just 2 were able to get to double figures. It's a real good fight back from Gamma Pacercraft. Right, so Shalaka to bowl his 4th over. Quite brilliant. Came into the attack much later Sportylk. But so far has done a tremendous job in picking up 3 wickets for just 17 runs. Well, that goes high up in there. No chance for the fielders. Will be just a single. Both the batters fairly new out to the middle. Not knowing exactly what to expect from these bowlers. It's been a real struggle for Commercial Credit. The bowlers have done a good job in restricting the Gamma pitcher craft for a below par total. But right now this time goes high up in there. Wicket keeper under it, and he takes it. And the 9th wicket goes down just like that. Goes high up in there, and wicket keeper, the one with the gloves, tells everyone to stay away, and he takes the catch, and he made it look so easy. There we go. Geet Kumar, he's gone for 1. It's 69 for 9 now. Right, so 9 down. Yaqub walks out to the middle. The new batter, the last man in for Commercial Credit. Yaqub Faumir. 9 matches, just 57 runs. He was brilliant with the ball. But this is a whole different story. 4 wickets for Sportylk. He completes his 4 overs. 4 for 19. A brilliant bowling spell. And now Commercial Credit 69 for 9. There you go, that's the equation. 49 runs required of the last 4. Well, they got only 1 wicket remaining. And Gayan Kumaran, he brought back in to bowl the 70th over. Quite the contrasting matches. One in the morning, Swan Sri Lanka scoring 169, and then Commercial Bank almost chasing it down, just 14 runs short of that total. But now in this evening game, the team batting first only managed to get 115, but now the opposition is struggling at 70 for the loss of 9 wickets. So contrasting fortunes for the team so far in this day 1 of the MCF Division Tournament. That's 2! Brilliant effort, but just pops out of his hands at the last moment. He misjudged it a bit, the fielder, at long off. Now this was the chance that went down. He misjudged it a bit. Couldn't really capitalize on the ball. Now that's a wayward delivery, and that's been called a wide. He tried something, maybe to bowl a slower delivery, or maybe trying to bowl it from back of the hand, but it didn't really came in as he expected. So as I mentioned earlier, it's been quite contrasting in terms of how these two matches have gone up. The first one was a high-scoring thriller, but this time, the second match, not much runs on the board, but the bowlers have shined from both teams. Now this time, goes very high up in there. Should be taken. And he drops it. Second drop chance in the over. Very high up in there. And he misjudged it as well. Very unfortunate. 17 overs done, 74 for 9. Just falling apart, Commercial Credit at this stage of the game. They were up and going in that 11 to 12th over. They were there right on par with Gamma Pizza Craft. But now they're falling behind. Yakub just trying to get some quick runs on the board here. Knows that the game is out from their reach. That's a good looking shot. This is out of the park. That's gone all the way for a maximum. Buddhika finally gets a good enough connection that goes all the way for a maximum. Few more of those, things would be really, really interesting. And again, same result. Almost the same region and almost, in fact, exactly the same outcome. Back-to-back sixes. Commercial Credit 87 now for the loss of 9 wickets. This time rocked back a bit, but so much far behind that shot. He moves into 22. Can he do something for Commercial Credit? Yeah, that's nicely bowled. So the batter getting into that position, trying to work that ball on the arc. And again, this time it's taken. Is it though? Oh yes. Brilliant effort from the fielders down in the deep, and that's the game. Gamma Pizza Craft have successfully started their campaign in this MCF Division tournament with a win. We'll wait for the confirmation from the umpires, and it looks as if things are confirmed. The two batters are still waiting out in the middle, as it all boils down to what the umpires would decide. All eyes on them now. Let's have a look at that again. Not very clear. But it looks as if the umpires have decided that it's good enough to give it as out. So that's the end of the innings. Commercial Credit all out for 88. There we go. A finger goes up. And it's a win for Pizza, or rather Gamma Pizza Craft. A win by 31 runs. Who would have thought after scoring just 115 runs, we would see Pizza Gamma Craft ending up the match winning by 31 runs. Buddhika Tendakon tried hard, but just not good enough to get his team across the line. 22 off 13 for him. Almost got that ball for a maximum as well. Almost, but not just enough. So there we go. Gamma Pizza Craft winning the match against Commercial Credit by 31 runs. And they've successfully started their campaign in this tournament with a win against Commercial Credit. Still the first day of the tournament. And it's always good to see that the team's contributing nicely. And of course, teams fighting till the very end. Even with the odds, even when the odds are not in their favor. Commercial Credit 87 all out. Just 17.5 overs. Let's have a look at the batting card. It's a sorry looking batting card for Commercial Credit. We can see only 3 batters crossing the double figures. 22 off 13 for Buddhika Tendakon. Some late resistance from him. And then 18 and 17 respectively for Dulanga and Sanchana. None of the other batters were able to get to double figures. That was the undoing of Commercial Credit. So let's have a look at the bowling performance from Gamma Pizza Craft. The bowling efforts, they've done quite well here. So Shalaka Tivanka was a standout performer. 4 wickets for 19 in his 4 overs. Isuru Kumar Nayaka picking up 3 wickets for 25. And then Sahan Dabare picking up 2 wickets for 9 runs in his 4 overs as well. So a collective effort from all the bowlers in order to defend this mere total of 117 runs. And they've done a good job. And they have put some real good trust and confidence on the team heading into the latter part of the tournament. So 87 all out in 17.5 overs. Let's have a look at the highlights. The 2 openers, Prabhash and Ilusha, didn't really start off well. It all started with a stumping and then some really good catches being taken. This was some wonderful fielding efforts all throughout the match. Catches being taken, run-outs, direct hits, everything was mixed in this innings from Gamma Pizza Craft. And what makes it even more special is the fact that they didn't really give up, even though they only had 115. This was another fielding effort. There we go. They didn't really give up, even though they had only 17 runs on the board. They fought hard with the ball in hand right from the start. They believe that they can give a good fight, and look how they ended the match. 87 all out, the opposition chasing down a target of 117 in 20 overs. Couldn't have asked for a better start to this tournament. The batters will have to step up later. Of course, that's something that they will have to focus, will have to discuss. But the bowlers have stood out for their team to register their first win in this tournament. Some good catches being taken in the outfield. Their fielding was perfect. This was another catch that went very high up in there. Some late resistance there from Buddhika. Back-to-back sixers. And the third one also almost went towards the 6, but just taken at the edge of the boundary line. That was the end of the innings. So 87 all out in 17.5 overs. And Commercial Credit falling 31 runs short. So this is how it stands, the match summary. Gamma Pizza Craft 117 all out in their 20 overs, and Commercial Credit in 17.5 overs 87 all out, as Shalaka Tivanka 4 for 19. So Gamma Pizza Craft win the match by 30 runs and registering their first win in this tournament. So that's the end of the broadcast live here from the Colombo University grounds, and it was a pleasure bringing you the live action right here from the Colombo University grounds of two matches that we had, one in the morning and one just now finishing with Gamma Pizzacraft finishing the game with points up to their name. So thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you in the coming weekend as well with more of the F Division action. So until then, stay tuned with Sporty.lk.